Hi, I'm Chris James, and you're watching A Healthy Alternative. Today, we're going to be talking about my recent fasting failure.
We're missing a piece of the puzzle. You start getting healthy and you just become a better person. We need to start focusing more on the individual.
All right, y'all. So, you already know the past, what have we been at? Maybe about 14 days, 15 days. What's today, the 31st? I don't know. We started a 21-day fasting challenge in July, and the group they have 9 days left as of today, of the day that I'm recording this. They're doing fantastic. I cannot wait to share with you all what that group has achieved. It's going to be monumental, especially for, AHA as a whole. But I personally had a stake in the fasting challenge. Now, um, depending on how long you all have been following me, I haven't done any long-term fasting, at least not announced any long-term fasting for quite some time. And part of the reason why is because about 2 years ago I did a 30-day fast. The reason I did that fast was in order to prove to people that you could fast even if you were quote unquote underweight. So it was a success, and that's a whole different topic. But it took me 2 years to put my weight back on. So one of the things that I learned from that experience was how to get large amounts of weight off and keep it off, even if you feel like you have done it all, tried it all, etc. And of course, we've implemented that information in the different coaching programs and things we have available. So that's nothing new. But with this 21-day fast, I decided that, I never planned on doing the full 21 days. My goal was to do between 7 and 10 days, right? Since I've started fasting, I've never started a water fast improperly. Because even when you look at my first fast, like all those years ago, I accidentally prepped. I didn't even realize I was prepping. It just happened to work out that way. So I've always done some sort of prep before my fast. Now, if I ever decided to fast and, I ate really bad the night before or whatever, when I would start the fast the next day, I could tell I wasn't going to be successful. So I would just cut it off and start over. I've never actually pushed through my fast after not properly prepping. Although I knew what the outcome would be, I just have never done it. So this time I decided to try something different. And so this is where we get into my fasting failure. So I went into this fast with the intention of not prepping. I wanted to be able to empathize with those who do fasting, don't have necessarily the zeal or the motivation. Maybe they're just interested in fasting. Maybe they're just dipping their toes in, whatever the case may be. And they haven't done the proper preparation. Like, what are they really experiencing? And I have to tell you, with the amount of time that I fasted, this was probably the most grueling fast that I've ever done. Essentially, what I experienced was hunger pangs from day 2 till day 7, and they were constant. Like, it wasn't. So typically when I do my fasting, I'll have these highs and lows throughout my day, right? With this fast, it was just, imagine that pang that you get in your stomach when you're hungry, when your ghrelin production is high. Imagine that, and it's just constant. And that is what I experienced, right? Some of y'all might be familiar with what I'm talking about. You may have already experienced this. This might be the reason why you have such a hard time with your fasting. I don't know. But all I can tell you is it's the first time that I have experienced that. And of course, I chalk it up to not prepping. Once again, I did that on purpose. Now, that might sound crazy, but also in order to become a better coach, to understand things more clearly, I like to experiment. I've always been that type of person. So I put myself through quite a grueling process. And what I have what I have come out on the other side understanding is, listen, y'all, it is not worth it. It's not worth it. It doesn't make sense. That fast was so intensely difficult that I can understand why people wouldn't want to fast again, or why they have all these misconceptions about fasting. I mean, if you've ever experienced anything similar to that, it's like, this is crazy. This is lunacy. It was just, I was so excited about my fast because I'm like, yo, I'm gonna get some work done. I got all these projects. My mental clarity is gonna be through the roof. I'm gonna be pumping stuff out. None of that. I was so distracted by the sensation in my stomach and the fact that, I was just so uncomfortable. I couldn't focus. I couldn't do anything for the entire time. So what did I do? On day 5 or 6, I had some fresh squeezed juice. Okay. Now that's something that I suggest to you all to do. I've been suggesting it for years now. Nothing wrong with this. Some people think it's cheating. It's not cheating because this isn't a test. This isn't, the goal here is health and wellness. So if you can have a little fresh squeezed juice to help extend your fasting period, that's completely fine, right? Don't let purists or other people infringe upon your mindset and your goals and what it is you're looking to accomplish. I had a guy in the comment section a couple videos ago saying, "Oh, mono fasting isn't real fasting, right? Because you're eating something." Listen, call it whatever you want. The goal here is to get the outcomes. That's all we care about. There is no prize for doing a 21-day fast with water only. There's no reward. There's no trophy, okay? If you have a little slip up in between, just keep going. It doesn't matter. You're not going to be perfect, right? We've been eating food for the past 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 years every single day, 2, 3 times, 6 times a day. You may not be able to accomplish what some other people have accomplished. You might just be able to do what you can do, but that's okay, because guess what? If you do a 21-day fast and you have a little juice in the middle of it and you complete that fast, you're 10 times better off than you were when you started, right? So I had a little juice and it made all the difference in the world. It did. It was a big relief. 'Cause typically when I go to sleep, if I'm feeling bad one day, I go to sleep, I wake up, I'm restored, I feel better. And I did. I felt a lot better after I had the juice and woke up. But I just wanted to talk about the fact that, some people try to put us on pedestals, whether it's me, Steven, Siobhan, John, whoever, right? Jasmine, people you've seen on the show. Don't put us on pedestals. We're just like you. We have issues just like you. One of the things we've done with this channel and this group as a whole is we like to be genuine and upfront about how we handle things and how we approach things, because when you put people on pedestals, you think that they are better than you or superior to you, and so therefore they could do things you can't do, and that's not true. All right? A lot of us use breaks. A lot of us take breaks in the fasting. Now, if you hear us tell a story, especially in the past, where we talk about we did X amount of days and we didn't take a break, we didn't have anything, that's what it was. Right? We're not on here lying or anything like that. But we also will come and say, hey, you know what? This fast was rough. I had some juice. Right? If you ask the questions, we'll answer them. So I wanted to say all that because, there's a lot of people in the group, this 21-day challenge right now, that are doing extremely well. Some people have taken breaks. Some people have eaten. Some people have had juice. Some people have done whatever. And then guess what? They're getting right back in. The thing that I am so happy about and proud of when it comes to this group especially is they're not allowing a slight setback to be a failure, right? And this video is titled My Fasting Failure. But the reality is it was very enlightening. I learned a lot from it. And I did a video quite some while ago talking about how we need to learn to fail forward. Meaning, don't allow your failures to set you back. Allow them to be step stools that propel you forward, right? For me personally, I'm able to become more empathetic towards those who are fasting because I've now been where they've been. But also by the same token, I could tell you all, don't fast without prepping, right? We've got tons of video on YouTube talking about how to do all of this stuff properly. If you all look at my playlist, Fasting 101, I talk about all of this stuff, right? Check the playlist out. I talk about prepping. I talk about how to fast. I talk about how to refeed. Take these steps. It's worth it. One of the things I learned from being in this 21-day group with the rest of the people is when you invest in yourself, you get better outcomes, right? People who have taken the time to invest their time, energy, and resources into themselves, they get better outcomes. So we're very, very excited about what we're seeing in the group right now. You know, people have lost, we just had one lady report 40 pounds down. 40 pounds down. The actual prep started on what? I want to say it was like the 9th or something like that, or the 7th maybe. I don't remember. Maybe it was the 5th. Don't quote me. I don't remember. Too many numbers, too many dates, too many classes. But the beginning of July, we started this thing, not even, and someone's already down 40 pounds. We got another person saying they're down 30 pounds. We got another person saying they're down 20 pounds, right? Multiple people reporting 15 pounds, 20 pounds down. We've got non-scale victories. We've got all of this amazing energy and all of these amazing outcomes people are getting. And these people aren't necessarily perfect, right? The more closely you follow the protocol, yeah, the better outcomes you're probably going to get, but you don't have to be perfect to get them. And even if you're not in the group, you all can do this stuff, right? The information is there. The knowledge is available. All you have to do is make the decision that you're going to utilize it. You know what I mean? Focus and get it done. That's it. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. I hope it was a little bit of motivation for you. I hope you understand that Chris is not perfect. I have a really strong mental constitution, and it really did a number on me. You know what I mean? I ended up doing 7 days. For those who are interested in knowing, my goal was 7 to 10 days. And I actually decided when I was feeling really, really unproductive, I was like, I'm going to go ahead and end this at 7 days because I got to get back to work. And that's another thing that I tell people. Look, if you're in the industry or you have a job where if you're experiencing detox symptoms that are affecting your workload or whatever the case may be, and you make the conscious decision, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and end it. I'm going to get back to work. That's okay, right? It's all right. Break your fast up. Maybe instead of doing 21 days straight, you do 7 today. Then next week you do 7. And then, you know, a week after that, you do 7. That's fine. The key is in between the fasting, make sure that you're eating well. High water content foods. Stay away from the meats, dairy products, processed foods, and refined sugars. If you are going to eat the meats and dairy products, make sure they're locally sourced, organic farmers. Make sure they're of the highest quality. But above all, stay away from those refined sugars and processed foods. There is no version of that that's good for you, okay? Cook from scratch. Let's learn to cook from scratch. Start creating cookbooks again. Maybe, you know, try some new dishes. Step outside your comfort zone. Anyway, if you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. If you want to see more videos like this, don't forget to subscribe. And as always, the application of knowledge is power. And I'll see you all next time.